and good evening. You're listening to Life Support on Radio Free Brooklyn. I'm joined today by an Atlanta-born, Brooklyn-based filmmaker and comic actor. He graduated from Florida State's Film School, where he studied directing. His work is played at the New York City Short Comedy Film Festival, Comic-Con, Nerd Alert, and Out on Film. And he's trained in improv at UCB, so been around the block. I'm here with Andrew Bourne. He has also done shows at BCC and recently acted in a one-act off-Broadway play and feature film. On June 27th, his LGBT comedy film, Church Camp, will play at Dances with Films in conjunction with the Outfest at the Chinese theaters. Andrew, thank you for joining me tonight. You got a lot going on, and you've accomplished a lot. Thank you for sending me that little bio.
Thanks.
How does it feel? How does it feel hearing? How does it feel getting the flowers like this in a moment?
Thank you. I cringed. Just from my own, writing a bio in third person.
It can feel painful, but it shouldn't.
Yeah. It doesn't feel painful for you, so.
No, it feels good. It feels good. People like to know what's up. People like to hear the accolades. So, I mean, a little bit of pressure.
Right.
You need to be incredibly funny for the next hour, but I don't think you're gonna have a problem with that.
Well, thanks. Yeah. I appreciate you reading the accolades, and as you listed them, I was like, I don't know if that's all true. It sounds like a different person.
You made it up. You have a second personality that just like your hype man personality.
Right. Well, I'm from Santa Fe originally, so yeah, that's why.
Okay. So you've bounced around.
No, I'm not from Santa Fe.
Oh, okay. We're getting somewhere right off the start.
Yeah. No, I just I was trying to do a bit, but it didn't work. That's okay.
I fell for it.
And that was music to my ears.
That we're doing all right so far. So you're born in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm born in a suburb of Atlanta called Roswell.
Not
New
Mexico.
Not Atlanta. Well, right. Not New Mexico. Yeah.
Do you believe in aliens, by the way? Just a quick.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We can come back to that later.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So you're from the ATL. Oh, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I believe they're out there. I believe they've been here.
Yeah. I used to watch Ancient Aliens with my dad, and I definitely am a fan.
I was on the X-Files, and when I was young, maybe too young, and I thought it was like real. Mm-hmm. So I just like, it's like I believed in like werewolves and like aliens and other, Bigfoot. I was like, oh wow, they like got it on camera.
I used to play a game in elementary school where someone was a werewolf and someone was a vampire and someone was a witch and someone was an angel, and I used to chase Bigfoot with a friend of mine named Weston.
Okay.
We would look for Bigfoot and we would watch all the documentaries about it.
What would you be in that? And what's that game called?
Chasing Bigfoot.
Oh, okay. That's because we're nice.
Pretty original.
Yeah, no, very came up with it quick.
How's my frame? I stood up a little.
You moved a little. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, my bad. I just realized that I was slouching so much.
You have nice hair, so I don't want to.
Thanks.
I don't want to not get that in.
It's red. It's red hair.
But you have a nice thick. You have a nice thick head of hair. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yeah, thank you. I hope that it stays. I don't want to get.
Does baldness run in the family, or?
I don't think so. My grandfather on my mom's side was, I think, fine.
Okay, there we go. Okay, it looks a little better now.
So I hope I'm all right.
Yeah, it can ruin people.
Yeah,
I've seen some fallen soldiers due to male pattern baldness, and you do feel bad for them because it's something that they couldn't help.
Yeah.
But they should. There is help to get afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like mental health help. Like it shouldn't destroy them, but
I think it probably changes people's vibes a little bit. They become more of
pathetic.
Why? Oh,
oh,
I was gonna say wise.
oh, wow, oh,
Not,
yeah,
not pathetic.
yeah. Hopefully, it never happens to me. But I've got a nice.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to happen probably because you're 31. If it happens to people when they turn 30.
So
you're probably in the clear.
Oh, that is that is really good. I'm so happy right now. You set the vibe. You set the vibe for the night.
Just so everyone knows, it's 10 p.m. when we're recording. Oh, actually, wait. Are we pretending this is live?
We can pretend.
All right. It's actually 11:30 right now. All right. Let me do it clean. It's 11:30 right now.
Yeah, it's 11:30, and
You're not gonna edit this, are you?
No. This is no one will object. No one will fact check us. But yeah, hopefully things go well with my hair. My hairline is receding just a tiny bit, so I am having to do like a little shaving here and there. But I could be in worse shape. So,
are you gonna start doing keeps?
Like a targeted advertisement for balding men.
Well, I mean, you can start applying it to your hair. If your hairline is receding?
Oh, what is it? Keeps?
I'm not quite sure, but I think it's just putting stuff in your hair to keep it.
Oh, it's like cream or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I haven't looked into that.
Yeah,
I get a lot of beard oil sort of targeted ads.
Sure.
They're apparently my beard, and there is some truth to it. It doesn't fill in all the way. I have some I have some patches. So what?
Yeah,
I'm not.
It builds character.
Yeah. So let's get into a little bit about you. How long have you been in New York, and when did you? So you're in Atlanta. Did you live there most of your life and then come here, or have you been around?
Mm-hmm. I was born in a suburb called Roswell of Atlanta, and I lived there for 18 years. And then I went to Florida State for college because they have a film program, and went down there for 4 years. Had a great time in Tallahassee, and then moved up here about a year and a half ago.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I moved here September 2022.
Oh, that's when I moved up here.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So about a year and a half now. Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. It's been good for you so far?
Yeah, it's been really fun, and have had a lot of cool experiences. Have had some hard experiences too, but people have been nice and have made some friends.
So
minus the cockroaches in the toaster.
Those are not your friends. I'm sorry.
They're my roommates at this point.
Do you live alone?
No, I have 3 roommates.
Okay.
And a dog.
And then the colony, the hive,
the collective,
the swarm. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Is Florida the South? Is Florida considered the South, or what do?
Some people do. If you live in Miami, it is Cuba. It's basically not the South. And then if you live in Tallahassee, which is in the Panhandle, in the far north, then that is South. So people say in Florida you got to go north to go south.
Okay.
So it's very rural around Tallahassee. There's farms and stuff like that.
Okay.
And Florida State's a party school, but I went to film school down there, and it was in the stadium.
What do you mean?
Like our department and building was inside the football stadium.
Oh, really? Oh.
It was like it was like a building.
They're like
inside the stadium.
Stay away.
So close, but so far. Because I didn't go to that many games, but I was always in the stadium.
Okay. So what are the Florida vibe? Like what are people like there, and how different is it coming from there to New York? Like,
yeah, I mean, I feel like because it's so close to Georgia, a lot of my experience in Florida feels southern.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a lot of slow, polite vibes
Mm-hmm.
from Southerners.
Mm-hmm.
But I did encounter a little bit of Florida man energy. I was producing a film about snakes, the one that went to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And there were some snake people that were having a competition with each other and dueling
Snakes.
Yeah, there were men that had a lot of snakes in the town, and they collected snakes, and they were snake wranglers, but they had a feud.
So how did they compete? Or
They just had like beef.
okay,
So they didn't really compete directly, but they had beef with each other.
it wasn't like a snake fight.
No, but that would have been great.
That would have been fucked. I mean, probably a little less fucked up because people are afraid of snakes, so they wouldn't mind seeing snakes kill each other. Not like a cockfight or a dog fight. I feel like it'd be a little more tolerated.
Yeah.
What about crocodile? Do people have crocodiles and have like crocodiles or alligators? Gators, sorry.
Right. Well, our rivals were the Gators because it was University of Florida.
Yep.
But I didn't see any gators around that area. But there is. Have you heard of like the Gatorland?
No.
Well, there's like a amusement park for alligators.
Okay.
And one time, one lady jumped in. I didn't see her, but
And
yeah.
they got her.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
But yeah, that's a little bit deeper in the swamps of Florida.
Okay. Do you miss it?
I enjoyed my time there. I had a good time. It's a small town, and so when we were at the film school, we got to go to all these different locations, and there were some farms and cows and things like that, and we kind of had the run of the town just because it was such a small town, and people were excited to be a part of the movie making process.
Okay.
But I have a lot of love for Tallahassee and for Florida.
Okay.
It's obviously very different than Brooklyn,
Yeah.
but some people move from Florida to Brooklyn and then back to Florida when they retire. So
Where I'm from in upstate New York, a lot of people go to Florida. Like that's just sort of like either you're vacationing there or that's like the second part of like adult life. Like grow up upstate in the sticks and then go to Florida because it's better weather, but there are sort of the rural small town vibes that can be found in Florida is what I've heard.
Where are you from in New York?
It's called Plattsburgh. We called it Platts Vegas. Yeah.
Is it on the Hudson River Valley or where? Is it?
No, it's near Lake Champlain, which is up there.
Is it south of Syracuse or like Albany or where is it near?
It's near Canada. It's near Montreal.
So it's
near Montreal.
So far.
Yeah. So that's why it's funny when people what you just said. I've heard this term about New York too, about going north. Going north and it getting more south, more southern. The north. Yeah. You said it perfect. You quoted it perfectly. I just fucked it up. But it's the same way that in upstate New York, it does get more. So Confederate flags in upstate New York.
Wow.
Fuck Joe Biden, Trump. Just really not rampant all the way, but it's there.
Yeah, I definitely saw that a little bit in Florida, and
you saw a little Trump stuff in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
big ones.
Yeah.
50 feet wide.
Flags.
Billboards.
Yep. Lovely. So I want to play one of the videos that you sent me. Did you make this at school? Your the boat video? Did you make that when you were at school or?
I made this right after I graduated.
Okay. We're going to play this song and then we'll talk a little bit more. I'm here with Andrew Bourne. You're listening to Life Support on Radio Free Brooklyn.
Swiped right on Tinder to find a hot date. I decided to take her to the lake. She loves my tractor, dock, hat, and boots. Now we're having fun on my pontoon. I get in the seat and turn the key. Yeah, I got a boat, but I don't know how to use it. I got me a grill and tons of IPA and a lake house with canoes and floats to lay. It's all from my daddy and my grandpa too. None of my own money, that much is true. I went to art school and college drinking booze. Yeah, I got a boat, but I don't know how to use it.
I don't know how to. I never even tried. I don't have a key.
I looked the part and put pics on the gram, but that wheel has never touched my hands. Don't know how to dock it or even steer. Was too busy on my phone or drinking beer. My pap was self-made, a blue-collar dude. But I was spoiled childhood on a silver spoon. This land isn't ours, we leased it from the state. I won't even ask a lassie on a date.
No, sir.
Uncle Sam put the whole city underwater and then gave it to folks just like my father.
White guilt.
My dad's rich, but I might just lose it. Oh, I got a boat, but I don't know how to use it. Let's dance. Sometimes I like to sit in the captain's chair like I know how to drive it, but I clearly can't. I do like to flip through the manuals. You know what I like more? My cowboy hat. Oh, I got a boat, but I don't know how to use it.
I love that. Love that. You got a southern twang about you, Andrew. You got a little twang about you.
Thank you.
Do people do people know when you're meeting people, do they know you're from the South? Do people just
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I have a slight drag to my words. I think a lot of people think that I just have a neutral American accent, but there are times when I have a little bit of a drawl. I do say y'all a lot because it's, gender inclusive and easy to say, but sometimes people bump on it a little bit. They're like, y'all, where are you from? So, but yeah, I mean, I think on certain words I have a little bit of a drawl, but my dad has a Southern accent and his whole side of the family has Southern accents mostly. So it's pretty easy for me to do. But when Northerners and non-Americans attempt a Southern accent, sometimes it is like, insane to hear how bad it is, because for most people in the South it's pretty easy to do,
right? And
then like I see Northerners do it and they just butcher it and they're like, hi, how's it going? And I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, some certain accents, the Southern one's not too hard. I don't think so.
But I mean, you'd be surprised.
It's not about just sounding like you have to inhabit the essence. You can't just say the words without. So yeah, no, I can imagine.
There's also just like different Southern accents, because some of them are more nasally, more up here. Come on now. And then some of them are a little bit slower and a little bit more subtle. And a little bit more pensive, I would say.
A little bit. This was Sam Elliott. I don't know too much now, but I used to work at one of my first jobs. It was called ICF Macro, where I was a telesurveyor. So I would call people on the phone, and I would talk in accents to keep myself entertained sometimes. So that was fun.
That's pretty good. That's fun that you did that.
Yeah, no one
I used
ever
to prank call people in different accents.
That's good too. It was cool to get paid to do that.
Right.
That was talking about the national wildlife, calling for the fishermen. I don't fucking know. It was a mindless job.
I prank called my theater teacher in an accent, and she didn't know it was me. So I felt like I aced. Nice. Yeah, man. felt like I aced the class.
So tell me about this. Tell me about this video. I got a boat. It's so, it's perfect. It's perfect. How did you?
Thank you.
How did you arrange that? You have. I'm gonna play something later. You arrange these sort of. You're orchestrating these huge productions. Like, yeah. Tell me about how you get into all that.
Thank you. This was kind of born from the fact that there are a lot of people in the South who kind of put on cowboy hats and camo and take some of the aesthetics of rural life and Southern culture, but don't necessarily like use that. And I grew up in a suburb where a lot of people were suburby and some people were affluent. And then like they would wear camo. We would wear camo on Fridays in high school.
Camo Fridays.
Yeah, for no reason as seniors. And it's like we all do not fish.
We're
or
not
hunt.
hunting.
Yeah. So that was kind of the conceit of the song. And my grandfather used to live at a lake. And then when he passed, my family would like go to that lake house. And so some of it's filmed there. And then my uncle lives near a lake too. So we would film a little bit where he lives as well.
Cool.
So I grew up around lakes a lot, but I never learned how to drive boats. And so part of it, I mean, I'm playing a character who's inane, and
Completely inept
and very privileged. But yeah, it was definitely, born from like kind of the shame of not knowing how to use a boat.
I mean,
but
when do you
sort of like gloating, like being on boats all the time,
Yeah.
and then not knowing how to use boats?
When do you learn how to drive a boat? When does that? Are there separate lessons, or is this a?
Yeah, I mean, I've driven boats.
Yeah.
But, so I know how to drive a boat a little bit in terms of like a little boat, one that just you turn the engine from side to side, and then I'll drive a little bit on the steering wheel when my dad's
Yeah.
looking over my shoulder. But you have to get like a captain's license for some of it.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, and it's very much just like being aware of all of the lake and what's happening.
Yeah.
And making sure that you're not like going too fast when they say no wake and stuff like that.
A lot can happen at sea. I've watched this show called Snapped,
Oh,
and a lot of boating accidents. Dateline. A lot of bad things can happen on a boat. So I'm
yeah,
glad you were being safe.
right. I don't really know how to use a boat by myself. I know how to help dock a boat.
Yeah, well, that helps though too.
Yeah.
At least at the end of the day.
The production element of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we filmed at the lake, and we filmed it all in one day. And I had some friends that were extras and party dancer people in the video. And we just learned the dance. I just was like, okay, it's going to be really simple. We're just going to be stepping to our left and right on a dock, and the dock was shaking while we were doing that. But it was just doing the steering wheel motion and then an X motion, and that was the whole thing. And it looks really stupid, but in a funny way.
Yeah.
And then my friend Jack Owen is a DP, a director of photography in Atlanta, and he has a wonderful camera, and he's so skilled with shots. And so he shot all the dance sequences with everybody and had a nice zoom lens. And then we had a second camera operator named Saj, and we had some other help as far as like production support, a guy named Gerard, and a grip, a guy named Connor. So we had some of that help, and then everyone kind of left, and it was just me and Jack, and we got all those shots of just me in the house, and in the front yard, and with the truck, and the hunting, and at sunset. And we went to where Ozark is filmed.
Oh, really?
To film the sunset shot, yeah.
That's in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, it's right outside Atlanta. So it's in a town called Woodstock, Georgia.
Okay.
And they filmed a lot of the Blue Cat Lodge in Ozark on an active highway, or like near an active highway. So they would shut down like a 2-lane highway.
Oh, really?
And people would just get so mad because they chose the location to be like on such a busy street.
Yeah.
And it was
Wow, I have no idea.
yeah.
Yeah, I always see that little peach at the end of a show.
Right.
That was in Atlanta.
Exactly.
That's how
and
you
they get more money if they
Shoot.
get the peach in the logo.
Oh, really? So
a production can get more of a tax incentive if they put the peach logo there.
Right.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. No. So yeah. Did you go in Atlanta? Like, did you do comedy there at all, or?
I haven't done much stand up down there, but there's a sketch comedy collective down there, or a group of people that do video sketch comedy. And so I've had some of these music videos and sketch comedy videos play there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been fun, and they have prizes, and some of it's like a catering prize and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's called Mighty Shorts is the name of it. So I've done some stuff like that and had some little awards, like audience favorite for the Moms video, which we'll play later.
Yeah.
But Atlanta has like a nice community for improv and sketch comedy and stand up.
Okay. Yeah, I've been meaning to. That's like on my next trip list, Atlanta.
Nice.
Are there any spots that you really like over there, like food or any performance venues that you really like?
Yeah, there's some performance venues. There's one called Limelight. There's Dad's Garage. Laughing Skull is a comedy club. And then as far as tourist things, there is the World of Coke, which is
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Oh.
And
good.
Yeah. And you can try any flavor of Coke. So they have like a bunch of international,
Colombian or
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So you can try all these different flavors, and then there's polar bears and a bunch of history about.
Oh, like the Coca-Cola bear.
Mm-hmm. You can have your picture taken with a scary polar bear and a man in a suit.
Don't see enough of that polar bear anymore.
Mm-mm.
Where'd it go?
Same with Ronald McDonald. What the hell?
Yeah, we're.
Oh, sorry. Can I curse on here?
Yeah, no.
Sorry, I didn't mean to drop the.
Guess what?
word.
They're fucking not acknowledging Grimace's
whoa.
birthday. Is what I just found out. McDonald's.
When is that? Is it
soon?
June, right?
Soon.
Yeah. June, right?
I think so. Yeah. Grimace is queer icon. I think.
Right. They don't want the meme anymore.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I just saw the headline. I didn't dive in deep. But. What a shame. Shame.
Yeah,
shame
what
McDonald's.
the hell? Let's use our platform to shame them.
Yeah. I can't.
Queer icon Grimace
What
deserves his day in the sun.
This is unbelievable. We're overwhelmed with such emotion right now. I think we need to just take a little break. We're gonna reset.
Yeah.
Let's grieve. Let's grieve in this quick break. You're listening to
I'm
Life.
gonna pray.
Oh, you're gonna pray. You're gonna pray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna pray for Grimace.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna pray for Grimace
And cry.
That's part of it for me. I pray every time I pray. I do cry.
Yeah. You're listening to Life. No, I'm just kidding.
You're listening to Life Support on Radio Free Brooklyn. I'm here with Andrew Bourne. We'll be right back. We're gonna pray.
Oh, one of these nights and about 12 o'clock, this old world's gonna reel and rock. Saints will tremble and cry for pain, for the Lord's gonna come in his heaven airplane.
And we're back. That was Joan Osborne, One of Us. Isn't that just a thought-provoking song?
For sure.
Like, what would you do if God was one of us?
Was in this room right now.
If God was in the room with us right now, like, just if like
He was the podcast producer.
yeah. Jesus, can you pull that up?
So, hey, Jesus, what is that? Oh, okay, gotcha. Thank you.
He's mute.
Right. I mean, honestly, an all-knowing podcast producer would be helpful. And when you're like, can you get a clip of that? Or like, God is a podcast producer. It's a good sketch.
He's just bleeding. He's just wearing the crown of thorns. He's just like, fuck. Like, shit, like fucking take care of that.
He's emailing.
You're not on camera. We don't give a shit. Your hands have nails. We don't care. Fucking bring the levels up, Jesus. Jesus fucking Christ. Do you think I have a long, fruitful career ahead of myself in this podcasting world? I feel that felt right
Just
there.
abusing podcast producers.
Yeah, that felt good. And that this feels good too. So let's have you talk about God. Let's talk about God a little bit. And you have an upcoming film, right?
Yeah, I made a short film called Church Camp. It's about to be at the Dances with Films Festival in LA at the Chinese Theater. And it was my thesis film, and it's been at some festivals in America and in the UK. And it's been really fun. It's based off of my time at Church Camp, and it's a comedy with some drama elements as well. And it's basically, I went to a church camp that was kind of like a summer camp with a little bit of Jesus sprinkled in there. And so it was fun, but it also had some time when wasn't, maybe quite as fun here and there. And the film is basically just kind of exploring, having a queer identity in a church camp and wondering if you want to come out to that community, if that community would accept you, and sort of it's an aspirational movie a little bit in terms of, I think church spaces can accept a lot of queer identities. I mean, certainly a lot of them do in Brooklyn, and sort of, hoping that churches and queer Christians can sort of exist in the same space without having any sort of shame or sin attached to it.
Are there?
Well, I was just gonna say the film is pretty comedic. There's some comedic stuff sprinkled throughout, including Bread Jesus, which was based off of my time at a church camp when there was a life-size version of Jesus made out of bread, loaves of bread, and so we had to, take communion from the bread Jesus. And it was sort of to symbolize that we're taking it from Jesus. We would
the body of Christ.
The body of Christ.
Yes.
So it was kind of shown to us
metaphysical, sort of
as
a
real version of
so you
Jesus.
Can visualize
it. Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
So it's like, no, it's not just a piece of bread.
Yeah. So we recreated that for the film, and the production designer Connie O'Connor and the art director Luca Ligiri, they made the PVC pipe version of it, and they're like, how did this work? And I was like, I don't know, but they had this when I was 10, and so they put loaves of bread onto PVC pipe and put a wig on it.
Oh, okay. Nice. So that's really, I can't wait to see that. That sounds really funny. Are there a lot of, I guess I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that could benefit from this sort of story. Like, it's a real experience. Yeah.
Certainly a lot of queer Christians that I know, or just people that are in church that are queer. And I think that, it's definitely getting better. I think that there are places in the South where it's getting better, and every church camp is different too, which is kind of the challenge with this short, is kind of depicting one church camp experience is not all church camp experiences. So I went to a couple that were like people, doing Hebrew prayer language, and they were speaking in tongues a little bit. And the movie is not trying to, it's like poking fun, but it's not trying to, demonized, because I think there's a lot of movies that are pretty negative towards the church, and so I was not trying to do that, because I didn't really have that negative of an experience.
Right.
And I wanted to show a movie that was a little bit more nuanced. There is a song though that's like a lot of Christian contemporary rock is very like romantic in the way that it talks about Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a song where someone's like, I feel God inside me and I'm on my knees, and then it cuts to a camper and they're like, that's weird. What's going on there?
Blowing God.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah. Did you ever listen to Creed? Was that were people bumping Creed in the South? Yeah. No.
What? Remind me, what is Creed?
Creed, they're a Christian rock band.
Oh.
You don't know Creed?
Do you know any of their songs off
With
the top of your head?
arms wide open.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Can you take me higher?
Yeah. We were more like, our God is an awesome God. And then like, there's a song called The Church Clap.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Which is not an STD, but it's a song by Lecrae, who's a Christian artist, and it's like, the church clap, the church clap.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's great.
It's
actually really good. Hey, if you're listening to this right now, go watch that.
I've seen some.
Hey, if you're listening to this right now, go watch that right now.
Should we watch it right now?
Watch Church Clap.
Church.
Oh, you want to play like 30 seconds of it?
We could. Yeah. The church clap. Wait. Okay. Let me.
Yeah. I'm gonna list other ones.
Pull that up.
Oh yeah. Hey, Jesus, could you? There's also Our God's Not Dead. He's Surely Alive by the Newsboys, which was developed into a movie.
Oh, there's Hosier, Take Me to Church. That's a good one. That's a classic.
Yeah. You're gonna have to. I like how you're just hearing the preamble.
It's a lyric video, but there's no lyrics yet.
It's gonna be a while before you get to the church clap. Alright, here we go. The church clap. Let me hear the church clap. Church clap. Let me hear the church clap.
Okay.
Church clap.
I know we were talking about going to the gym earlier. Kind of want to go to church right now.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of things to get back on.
I might.
Okay.
I
All
wanna
right.
go to church.
Okay. All right. The church clap. Okay. Well, it was nice. I never saw that. So thank you for sharing that with me. I'm going to play another one of your songs.
Sure.
Let's, so I want to ask, how did, this video you made for what comes first, the concept
Usually, yeah. Okay. So usually it's the concept, but for this one, there was this dance group of people over 50 in Atlanta, and one of the members of that dance group, their son, I know from the Atlanta sketch comedy scene, and so they had seen my videos just on the internet and stuff like that, and they were like, hey, we actually want to make a video like this, because they kind of empower people to stay healthy over the age of 50 and dance and have fun. And they've been on GMA and the news and Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay.
Even. And they just, they have a fun vibe. And so they wanted to make a silly video. And I was like, okay, let's make a video, for Mother's Day. And so they had a little bit of a budget to work with. And initially the idea was so it was like approaching it like, okay, we have this group of moms. We're going to make a Mother's Day video. What can we do? And the original idea that I had with my friends Jackson Scott and William Hulse was, cool moms, them just being cool. And then Will was like, oh, what if it's that they're, or like, I think he like threw out like that they're mob wives. And then we were like, wait, that actually is a good idea. And so that became like the second twist in the video was that they're mafia moms.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of set up in the beginning of the movie with a shot of me watching The Sopranos, and then
Right.
them watching The Sopranos in a big home movie theater when I'm hanging out with the cool moms. And so that was kind of like what made the video more specific in terms of the heightening of the joke.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was super fun, and it was very random. And we shot that all in one day. Jack was the DP again. Knocked it out of the park. It was crazy. So good. And then Gina Hernandez was the first AD and the production designer and the B camera operator. So doing so much. But yeah, we shot that in one day at someone's, at one of the moms, Diana, her house.
Mm-hmm.
And it was insane. They learned the choreography that day, and we shot both dance sequences back to back. And then we shot all the narrative sequences and me singing and all the different scenes. And it was a great time.
Nice, dude. Okay, we're gonna take a listen. These Moms Are Cooler Than Me, presented by the Stayin' Alive crew. This is Andrew Bourne's work. You're listening to Life Support on Radio Free Brooklyn.
Okay, here we go. I'm a deadbeat son, and my mom lets me know it. I never leave the house, on the couch eating Stouffer's. She barges in the room to invite me to her book club. And if I say no, she'll kick me out the house next month. And they're reading John Grisham, and it's not that bad. Said they're starting a show, and invited me back. Brought me tons of snacks, and got me into Pilates. And some of these moms are hospitable. Only 3 hours in, and I can already tell these moms are cooler than me. They were getting crunk before I turned 3. Now they're deadlifting 55s while I'm just watching Family Guy. Man, I got nothing on these moms, 'cause dang, they're so much cooler than me. They're cooler than me. They're so much cooler than me.
They seem strong too.
Day in our suburban town. Think about my weekend when I hear an odd sound. It's coming from the basement. I'll go to check it out, and oh my god. Mom, what are you doing with my friend Joey?
Son, you weren't supposed to see this. He's a rat. Forget about it.
I can't forget about it.
Let's see if this changes your mind.
These moms are cooler than me. They're munching on cannolis, doing mafia things. Yeah, they're deadlifting grown men. They throw them in the bin. You know I gotta give them credit though. They're so much cooler than me. Yeah, cooler than me. They're so much cooler than me.
What a bunch of cool ass moms. They got the cigarettes at the end. And
Yeah. Some of those are my dad's jackets, and then some of those they brought. And we used some fake cigarettes and one real cigar. And it was a blast. It was really fun. My friend Jackson Scott made the music, and he makes music so quickly, and the production is insane for a comedy song. It's like insanely good, and he's just a genius. I don't know. The way he thinks. We've known each other since 6th grade, since church.
Okay.
Because we met in church, and then we've just been doing videos forever. We used to do like the church weekly or yearly music video competition, and then we made a stage musical. Done a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And he has serious music
Okay.
called Atlas in Motion.
So this is just Let's Be Funny. That's just one. That's Jackson Scott.
Jackson Scott, yeah. Atlas in Motion is his.
Okay.
Is his band.
Where's he at?
He's in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah, he works for a church right now, and I went to one of his shows, and I was like turning around to park, and I saw this like cop car in front of me, and I was like, oh man, I shouldn't go over here. And I was like turning around to park, and they were like boop boop, and then came towards me, and they were like, hey, this is a checkpoint. And I was like, I just turned around to park, and and I was visiting from New York, and so
Yeah.
I don't really drive that often
Yeah.
anymore. And they were like, "Hey, you show me your license and registration." I was like, "What? You don't have probable cause?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's a checkpoint.
A checkpoint.
We can do that." I was like, "Just because I drove over here?" And they're like, "Yeah, everybody who drives over here, we get to check for their license and registration." And then, of course, I don't have the registration for the car
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I don't drive the car that often, and so they gave me a ticket.
Really?
Yeah, and I was so annoyed because I had driven 2 hours to go to my friend's show, and then I almost didn't drive over there because I was going to park somewhere else. And then I ended up getting this ticket, and then I got to go to the show and film the show now.
Where was this?
This was in Birmingham.
But you're white. They gave you a ticket?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's unfortunate.
I think everybody should get tickets, by the way.
Well, I bring up race because I want to ask you.
Yeah, let's bring it up.
I want to ask you a question.
I'm just kidding.
I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
I feel I'm getting a vibe from you. Are you invited to the cookout?
I don't. What do you want the answer to be?
I believe it's yes. I believe you're invited to the cookout. I believe you're an ally to black people. I feel like growing up in the South, and you've probably been around a lot of black people. I honestly haven't. I'm just discovering blackness living here in the city. I've only been around a lot of white people growing up, so I don't even know if I'm invited to the cookout, but I feel like I don't know. I'm just getting that vibe from you.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, my high school had a lot of different
Mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What would you bring? What's your dish?
I mean, I really like mac and cheese.
Okay.
That's like my favorite dish.
Croutons in it?
No.
No.
I'm sure I've had it, but I can't recall.
Breadcrumbs?
I
don't like that.
I don't know.
I don't think we need that.
But I mean, I like biscuits as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And Brussels sprouts I like a lot.
Yeah. I know Travis Kelce was invited to the cookout, and people didn't know that. People are sort of turning like it can be touchy there, but we white people can come to the cookout. There are true allies out there. They're out there. So don't, well, yeah, we're
not publishing this.
No, we're just gonna scrap the whole thing. We're gonna scrap it all. No, it's okay.
I don't want this.
Didn't get the memo.
Online.
Didn't get the memo. Don't worry. Don't let anyone come for you. You're invited to my cookout. You're fine.
I'm canceled.
No, Andrew, don't say that. No,
this is my.
You're beautiful. You're a
last
beautiful man.
podcast.
You're a beautiful white man. And I'm just saying that for the listeners that we haven't said that you're white yet. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't come across that way at all. So.
No, not at all. So what you got coming up? Anything, any shows or anything you're excited to do? I know you have your film coming out, but
Yeah, I am doing a improv festival at the Brooklyn Comedy Collective in July, and then I am going to LA for the film festival, Dances with Films, and then I'm also going to release a video at some point this summer called Liberal Country Song.
Liberal country song.
And it's a character who's like, my record label wanted me to make a country song for you liberals to get a new audience, so here it is. Cracking open a case of ice-cold lattes. Trading in my Chevy for a ticket on the A train.
Okay.
So that's the vibe.
Okay. I love the country. I love the self-aware country vibe that you bring into your songs. So
Thanks.
I really it's keep doing that.
It's
please.
interesting. People that are in the North that are not country like those videos because they find it to be poking fun, and then people that are conservative and in the South and that are country like the songs for a different reason. Because they think it's like, I don't know. It's interesting. It's like one of the both videos, like one of the few that like people on both sides of the aisle like.
Everyone loved that one.
And people interpret it in different ways.
Okay, well, I'm excited to
I've
see.
said too much.
No. We're running out of time, though. I'm excited to check out that new video when it comes out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew, for joining me tonight. I'm going to put your socials and your links in the post. So I'll probably going to edit this exact line, this right here. This outro could have hyped this up a little bit more, but we're going to have to get out. We're going to have to GTFO. So thank you again, Andrew, for coming on. I will see you soon and looking forward to what you got next.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you already know, man. It's your boy, TJ. Ain't do no verse on my shit. I already killed it, nigga. Let the legend holler at you. Tip.
Yeah. I'm talking true A-Town trap shit, you understand that? Hit the motherfucking king, homeboy. Hey, Trinidad, DD, home. Aight, come on.
Big bank, all I do is get bank. Okay, niggas hating on me, but they bitch ain't so conceited. I don't think my shit stank. $400,000 on the Mustang. Come and kick it with a West Side nigga. Think I ain't about that action, wanna bet my nigga. Hey, all day thumbing through the check, my nigga. Boy, you broke, you can't even be a threat, my nigga. When you talking to me, say it with your chest, little nigga. I pull up on your set and make a mess, little nigga. Okay, I got a kilo of gold, 36 O's wrapped around the neck of a dope boy. Go, yeah, that's the Prezi diamond in nose and just paid cash for a Rolls Royce. A true trap nigga, I don't sold everything. Trouble man, hustle gang, I'll go everything. I say trouble man, hustle gang, I'll go everything.
Now we on the dome. Big face rolling, take up half my arm. Force 911 with the Gabby top. All gold scale, that's my magic box. Got the song, my nigga. Give me 30 minutes, I'll be right with you. Got the heart, my nigga. Let me whip this here, I get it right to you. Goddamn, turned up. Think the knob is broken, I don't give a fuck. Goddamn, fucked up. The streets dry as hell, this work high as fuck. You want what, dudes, take it easy, man. Shit, I pay less for a pair of Yeezys, man. All I wanna know if I'ma bounce with her. Bitch talking me to death like I'm a counselor. She pop the molly, I'm guessing. But if she throwing the pussy, I'm catching. 2, 2, 3 with the silencer. You boy rock that shit with the flies first. All gold like Montana. Tony, hoes all in my phantom. Ronnie, young to kill the gold remix. A nigga don't like it, goddamn him. Young. Gold all in my chain. Gold all in my ring. Gold all in my watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Nigga, don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Nigga, don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Gold all in my chain. Gold all in my ring. Gold all in my watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
Avon all on my hat. Snakeskin all on my hat. Hit your girl with my chains on, so that's gold all on her back. Gold all on my watch. So big it's like a clock. Some people wear fox fur. On the source cover, I wore fox. This for all the DJs that got this on replay. Yeah, I celebrate on eBay, then I celebrate. Several bitches in every state. I'm in Miami with Wayne trying to skate. My family straight. Hey, yo, ho, about to have a ventilate. I owe a one, we did it 68. I say, how, my nigga. Them ain't red bottom, top bottom, brown. I'm smoking strong, my nigga. I'm